What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Dima, I'm a piano music. So man, this has been going crazy, guys, in Black YouTube. You know, especially with this whole ordeal with, I would say like Fresh and Fit, Alba and Preach, Playback, and now the lead attorney. And on my main channel, O'Shea Duke Jackson, I'll be having an interview where the lead attorney explained what happened to him. But he also talked about it on this live stream that you're seeing right now on the page. And he talked about how he beat Fresh and Fit when it came to these copyright claims. So let me kind of talk about what happens in YouTube. And that video has over 179,000 views. What happened is that a lot of content creators on YouTube, Alba and Preach, let's say people like Playback, The Poor Man's Podcast, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, they are what was considered reaction channels. Now, the lead attorney does most of his damage on live streams, but sometimes he might use certain clips and play them and respond to them live. But so what happens is that these kind of channels take other people's content and then they transform it, all right? And then they add their own original content to it into one content piece. That's what a reaction channel or reaction video is all about. Well, what happened is that Fresh and Fit, it appears that what they did was they waited until all of these people that they wanted to attack, Spencer Cornelia also, and many others, the Duke and the Don YouTube channel, the smaller channel, they waited until all of these guys had at least 4 to 5 pieces of their content, and they took their time, time stamping it and submitting it to YouTube with the copyright claim to try to take all these channels down at the same time. All right, so it was kind of a coordinated hit. Now, what would have worked is if they would have tried to target maybe, let's say, the lead attorney by himself and submitted that, then his channel would have been gone. I believe he would have won the appeal. It's possible he could have won the appeal, but he would have lost his channel. But the error that Fresh and Fit made is that they submitted so many copyright strikes at the same time. So YouTube got alerted. They started wondering, like, why are all these copyright claims coming from the same individual? And so it set off an investigation that made YouTube look inward at Fresh and Fit and say, hey, wait a minute, you guys could be possibly abusing the YouTube channel or the copyright system here on YouTube. And what ended up happening is that YouTube submitted a letter to the attorney from Fresh and Fit and their paralegal to say that, hey, listen, we believe that you are abusing our content system, that if you do not retract your claims within 7 days, YouTube is going to take away your YouTube channel. All right. Now, Fresh and Fit also made a post talking about this, on their community tab before the lead attorney stream. And they were saying on their stuff like, you guys use our content, you're going to pay the price. You're not going to use our content and talk shit about us. But what they didn't understand is they don't understand how, this whole, I would say, copyright system works. And they don't understand what fair use, how it works. And what fair use pretty much says is that you can use somebody's content without their permission as long as you transform it into another work. Let's just say, for example, like I see somebody that's, let's say, having a debate. And if I take parts of that debate and then I transform it and react to it with my own original ideologies, I can use it because I'm using it for that purpose. But what Fresh and Fit was doing, even if you're using like 30 or 40 seconds of their content, they were submitting copyright strikes just because they didn't like what you were saying. Now, what I want to know is, are they doing this to content creators who actually support them? Can I get a dun 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 sound effect? That is the answer. There are people out there who do watch Fresh and Fit, who react to their content and defend Fresh and Fit, but I'm pretty sure Fresh and Fit did not submit copyright claims to those people who they felt are supporting their content. I just kind of want to say this on this this merit, and I talked to the lead attorney personally about this. You know, I've also done a video about Albert and Preach situation on my main channel, but I will say this. As YouTubers, when you step on YouTube and you are a content creator that makes either original content like Fresh and Fit does, and they do it in a very dynamic way. They have invested a lot of money into their system. They have a strong competitive advantage. They deal with a lot of celebrities. They have an advantage over other YouTubers that most people can't reach. They're in Miami. They have an excellent sound guy. They have a lot of microphones, and they have a lot of money behind their project. Okay. So when you're creating that kind of scenario where it's so hard to pull it off, and you're getting the kind of views that you get, people are going to talk about you because your work has made you the talk of the town. You know, they got on Adam 22, podcast. So did Albert and Preach with those afterwards. So their content is so dynamic, and it's so contagious, if you will. Just like Kevin Samuels. People are going to talk about it because it's so original and it's happening live, right? So when Fresh and Fit are kicking somebody out of their house, they're going to be act live, and then people are going to be keying into their lives because, you know, they have this really strong competitive advantage in this really strong studio. They're young guys, and people are going to be able to either support what they have to say or they're going to criticize it. And could some people be jealous of them because of what they have? It's obviously that can be true. Because I only have 200,000 subscribers on my main channel. Stop the show. Shout out to me. Give me a round of applause. And I get hate. I was getting hate when I had 50,000 subscribers. But people will criticize you, and they're gonna criticize you and make fun of you if you make errors. I've made errors before on YouTube. People have come out and clowned me. I never submitted copyright claims on those videos. I've only done it if people try to paint me in a way that is very, very pejorative. Like if you try to say, let's say like, oh, you're a molester, or you were a murderer, or, you know, like I had a situation with a guy before and he was talking about, you know, like your dad is a rapist or something like that. So things like that, then, you know, I'm not going to let you lie on me or throw personal attacks towards me that are not true. Then yes, that's going to cause for the video to be taken down, either by community guidelines or by copyright, if I feel that. But if you're just dealing with a concept, if you're dealing with that, you're not trying to damage my reputation. If you're dealing with something that I did, then because I signed up to be on YouTube, right? When you're a YouTuber, you're going to sign up for the criticisms, because many of us criticize people all the time. And the other part of the game is people have the right to criticize you. And Fresh and Fit, they're really sensitive to this part of the business. And if they don't like that, they should get out of the business. They have a wonderful channel. They make a lot of money. Obviously, it's not deterring many of their guests from coming on. They have relationships with like DJ Academics, and they had Grant Cardone on. So what? Let people talk about what you're doing. If they don't like you, then it's okay. If they make fun of you, then it's okay. Then don't make mistakes on your public air channel, and then, you know, people won't have anything to talk about. But as much as you're on there doing things that people find to be stupid, people are going to talk about you. And then it looks very weak for you to go and submit copyright claims and then lose. And then that's going to give people more ammunition to talk about you. You only make it worse. All right. And again, these guys don't have a lot of mentorship here. And that's the thing, when you get too big and you don't have anybody to help you, this is where you fall off. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.